When I was younger, I had hundreds of teachers, well, maybe not hundreds, telling me all the time about breath flow and support. Support the voice, use more breath. And I tried in vain, but I could not translate what I'm sure was correct into what do I have to do. And I'm now going to share with you the one piece of the puzzle that I finally worked out about breath flow. And breath flow, of course, is a key to more released classical type sounds. So no matter what sort of a singer you are, this next piece of physiological information could actually change everything you do. When we exhale, we could think we're pushing out the breath, we could be doing lots of things, but what's fundamentally happening, and that's the important piece of this puzzle, is that the elastic nature of the lungs, what we call elastic recoil, is actually working on our behalf. So your lungs are just like rubber balloons that you buy for a party, and when you breathe in, they expand, but the lungs are elastic just like a balloon. So that what fundamentally makes that breath leave your body is the fact that those rubber elastic lungs want to come back to being empty again. So when I breathe in, your lung balloons fill up, but then their rubbery elastic properties then really want the breath to leave again. That's why breathing out for us really requires no effort. And a big part of the study of classical type singing things is about how to control or support that elastic recoil flow. But it's that elastic recoil we're going to be working on for the next couple of seconds. So I want you to imagine it's Friday night and you've had a terrible week, and you finally get your glass of red wine or your VB or whatever you get, and you flop in your beanbag. And you're in front of the telly, it's 11 o'clock at night and the day's over and you just want it to go away. And when you do that, the type of breath you take to relax goes like this. And you absolutely surrender emotionally and physically to that elastic recoil. Now I want to say to you that if you want to increase breath flow in your singing, you need to lean more on this concept of elastic recoil. It's a really different thing for me to go and push out the breath compared with letting this occur because of the elastic nature of the lungs. So that's what we're going to work on right now. I want you to take a gentle in-breath, pant if you can, if you know what that means. Otherwise, take a nice relaxed breath and just feel yourself totally relax for the out-breath. Do it silently with me. Breathing in. And just let it go, like you're dropping something. Again, in, and let it go. Again, same thing, in, and just let it go. Now, can you interfere with that slightly and make that out breath, the recoil breath as I'm calling it, slightly longer? Here's mine. But I don't push it, I let the elastic lungs work for me. Join me, slightly longer recoil. Breathing in. Relax on the way out. You can practice that at the traffic lights while the kettle is boiling. Work on the difference in sensation, and it may well be very new for you, of allowing the breath to leave absolutely freely rather than trying to push out the breath. Now let's evolve that further and let's start to actually make the first piece of sound around that relaxed flowing breath. So when you're breathing in right now, you have two vocal folds in here, more later, and they part for the breath. And so what we're wanting to do right now is make the first gentle sound of those vocal folds coming back together again and harnessing that released breath. Mine sounds like this. It's called a schwa, that sound. I call it my asleep Sunday morning sound. I'm just going, it's like the second syllable in the word father or mother. I'll do it again. Join with me. Relax that gentle breath in, make an sound out. Go. And again. And again. As you do this, I want you to listen very deeply to the sound you're making and listen for or sense whether or not at the very core of that sound is absolute physical, emotional relaxation or push. Push we don't want. Join me again. Notice, are you letting it relax completely for that recoil breath out? Gentle breath in, slightly voiced recoil sound out. And Again. Again. Now your turn. I'm going to click. I'm going to breathe on 4, and elastic recoil for 3. Slightly longer. Breathe in the same place. Elastic recoil twice as long. Don't push the breath. Don't muscle the breath. This is wrong. You can hear my body, my sound, myself. I'm already beginning to be tense. We want the sound to clearly demonstrate and have at its heart release. Longer. Here we go. Breathing in. Last one. Now to notes. Breathe in. Absolutely let it go. Nothing in the muscles to push. If you can start to get, for your more released sounds, classically bass sounds if you like, more sensation, both physically and emotionally, expressively, of breath that's moving primarily because of elastic lung recoil rather than some pushing technique you might have learnt somewhere, then you're absolutely going to be releasing at the very heart of your classical sound much more than you ever have. We're going to be building on that as we travel along.